Hey guys, how is everybody? So for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you guys would have seen that I was actually in India when Padmaavat came out. Oop! Padmaavat came out. So obviously I didn't get to do like a review over there. Interestingly, when I was in India 2 years ago, that's when Bajirao Mastani came out, and I saw that in the theater over there. And now this time when I was visiting, it was Padmaavat that was out. So I was like, of course I'm gonna go see it. First and foremost, for those of you who have seen the controversy video I made, you guys can imagine my disappointment when I go to watch this movie and there's literally nothing offensive to Rajputs, Rajputi culture, Rani Padmini, Ratan Singh, like nothing in this movie was even offensive. So I just found it kind of ridiculous how they made such a big deal out of it, and they delayed the movie, but there was nothing even in the movie even remotely offensive to Rajputi culture. So that was just the biggest irony ever. Let's dive into the story, shall we? So the story is essentially about conqueror Sultan Alauddin Khilji and his siege that he laid on Chittorgarh. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's literally what happened in history. That is the part that definitely happened in history. All the rest of this movie is basically fiction, you guys. So it's based on the epic poem Padmaavat, written by Malik Muhammad Jayasi, and that's pretty much what is providing the structure and the plot of this movie. So we start off with Alauddin Khilji living his life, trying to move up the ranks in power because he wants to conquer the world. He wants to be the next Alexander the Great. And then on the other hand, you see the plot develops between Maharaja Ratan Singh and Rani Padmini. So gorgeous Shahid Kapoor, who is playing Ratan Singh, is out there in the jungle. Don't know really what jungle, but some jungle. And he's looking for pearls for a necklace for his wife. Out looking for these pearls, he gets injured by Deepika Padukone's character, Padmini. And they fall in love, and it's all wonderful. And then she comes back to Chittor with him as his new wife. This is the second movie that Deepika is literally the second wife in, and I don't understand Sanjay Leela Bhansali's obsession with having two wives. Like, all cute and they're in love, and then one night she and Shahid are being like romantic and stuff, and for some reason they see that someone is watching them, but they don't know who it is. So Padmini figures out that it's actually Ratan Singh's like trusted advisor, like Guruji. And so the punishment that's set for him is not death, it's exile. So this dude gets exiled, and he takes it upon his ego. He gets very angry and upset with the kingdom, with Ratan Singh, with Padmini. And so he goes to Alauddin Khilji and makes up kind of like a fake prophecy for him that if he has Rani Padmini as his wife, or he conquers her, or he possesses her, whatever, then he will be the most successful. Then he will achieve his dream of conquering, the world, conquering India, conquering whatever region he wants. I don't understand why his characters keep having two wives. It's really awkward and weird. I don't understand it. So he takes his army, he lays siege, he's there. Eventually, I guess both parties just get really sick of this wait out, and he goes to meet Ratan Singh to kind of like make a truce, but what he really wants to do is just like check out Rani Padmini. And so he asks to see her. And obviously Ratan Singh is like really offended because I'm pretty sure like women back then lived in ghungat and stuff, like in dupatta. So it's like dishonor upon him and like the entire kingdom if he just like wants to check out his wife and who's like the queen. You can't do that. That's messed up. But nevertheless, Rani Padmini agrees because she's like, you know, I don't want this to go on any longer. So she goes, and he basically just sees a reflection of her in a mirror, and she has this like oud thing. I'm not even sure what it's called, to be honest, but there's like smoke coming out of it. He can barely see her, so he gets really pissed off there. Yeah, everything just gets worse from there. And eventually, as you know, everyone knows in the fable, Khilji is successful, and Ratan Singh does die, and Rani Padmini, along with the other ladies of the royal kingdom, commit Jauhar, where they set themselves on fire. It's a story, okay? I feel like there really isn't much in the story to offer in terms of plot. Like, there isn't a lot going on, and I also feel like the pacing of the movie is not as awesome as it could have been. Like, it should have been faster, and also there's a lot of like implied wars, but nothing actually happens. Like, you see Khilji like growing in power, but you really don't see like full-on combat or anything crazy. Like, there's no Game of Thrones stuff going on over here. And also the final war scene, a lot of it is just one-on-one combat between Ranveer Singh, aka Khilji, and Shahid Kapoor, aka Ratan Singh. So I feel like, you know, you really aren't seeing as much drama as you could have seen. In terms of direction, cinematography, editing, the cinematography is like gorgeous. Like the movie visually is stunning, and it's beautiful, and Deepika looks amazing. Everyone looks amazing. Khilji's look is so fantastic, although it's literally just like Scar from The Lion King. But visually, it's like amazing to see, and like the sets and everything. Although I will say that a lot of like the sets and like the color scheme and everything did remind me a lot of Bajirao Mastani. You know, like a lot of like yellows and reds and whatnot. Like the Ghumar song. Honestly, like, if you change the outfits around a little bit, doesn't it kind of just look like Nagara Sang Dholbaz? Bhansali is like extremely amazing and extremely talented. But I feel like Padmaavat wasn't as amazing as it could have been. And honestly, I feel like most of the success that it has is because the star cast is like really amazing. They're all big names. There was so much hype around the movie, and the controversy, I feel like, also probably really helped. Also, there isn't really much development in terms of like staying true to history or anything like that. Like, Ranveer's Persian and he's kind of Afghan, but then there's just like a lot of like Arabic influence and stuff like in the music and the song, and which makes no sense because it's like, okay, like it's Muslim culture, but all Muslim culture is different, so it's like, do your research. Jim Sarab's character of Kapoor, I felt like he was Egyptian, but then I read an interview and it said that he was supposed to be Afghan, and I just felt like nothing about his character seemed Afghani at all. And they also had that Binte Dil Mistias May song, which I thought literally like mystery, like Masr, right? Isn't that like Egypt? So I'm like, where, like, I just feel like you can't like club all these very different cultures together and just be like, here you go. Like, no, you can't do that. Not to mention that the entire movie is so black and white. Like, Khilji's character is literally psycho, and we're just supposed to like see him as like a villain, like an ultimate villain. And while he was a conqueror and he probably did crazy shit in his life, I really don't think that the movie like warranted him being that extreme. Of performances, however, Ranveer Singh as Alauddin Khilji like absolutely killed it. He was fantastic, phenomenal. He was so good. He was so good. I was shocked. I was so shocked that he was so good in the movie. Singh, he's evil, he's conniving. But even so, his performance was so good that in the end, when he's, you know, finally entering into the fort and he's trying to like get to Rani Padmini to like see her, I felt like kind of bad. Like I felt kind of bad that he like never really gets to see her. Really just because of like Ranveer Singh's like amazing performance and like the layers that he added to the character. Because why would I even want like the villain to win ever, you know? In contrast, Shahid's performance is just like not up to the mark because like I feel like Khilji just overshadowed him so much and pretty much overshadowed everyone. And his performance was just too subdued. It was just like okay, like it was enough for the movie, but he really doesn't stand out and he easily could have. Deepika Padukone. I love Deepika so much, but the issue that I had in her performance as Mastani is pretty much the same issue I have with her in the role of Rani Padmini. She's a really strong character. Like the characters that she's played in both the movies are really strong, badass women. For a while, she's just kind of like looking pretty and like being shy, and I'm just like, no, I want to see more. I want to see more of her. Not really one of her most memorable performances. I don't think it'll go down in history as like one of her top performances or anything like that. I really don't expect it. Now Hedri as Merunissa Khilji's wife is like really good. She does a good job. I think she's really pretty. Jim Sarab as Kapoor was also good. The music of the movie I was expecting to be a little bit better. I love Ek Dil Ek Jaan. It's such a nice, beautiful song. But that's pretty much the only song I like. Like, Ghumar is a really nice song to see on screen. But it's not really like a song that I'm like, let me listen to it all the time on my iPod, you know, iPhone, whatever. Kali Bali is cool, and Ranveer Singh really gets into the performance. And in the beginning, I was like, what is this? But then I got really into it, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. But also still, like, not that intense of a song. Bindadil also, like, okay for me. I feel like the background music in the trailer was kind of, like, my favorite because I like that humming thing. It was really nice. I feel like the music is also kind of getting repetitive in all these movies like Ram Leela and Bajirao and this one. We got like Nagar Sang Thol Baraji, we got Pinga, we got Jhumar, we got Lal Ishq, we got Ayat, we got Ek Dil Ek Jaan, we got Tatar, we got Malhari, and now Kali Bali. Like you know, like it's like the same kind of type of song, like the theme is repeating again. Honestly, like, if Sanjay Leela Bhansali makes another Ranveer and Deepika movie, like, I'm so done. Like, I get it. Like, I love them so much. Like, but, like, please, the trilogy has to end. Like, can we please just see something else? Overall, the movie was, I guess, nice enough to see. I actually liked it better than Bajirao Mastani. But it really wasn't up to the mark, and if it gets like a ridiculous amount of Filmfare awards, I'm gonna be so disappointed because like why? Like there's a lot of really amazing movies and like we don't need to do this. Like it's okay, you guys. But I really do expect Ranveer Singh to get like the Best Actor award because he like literally killed it and he was the best part of the whole movie. He's like pretty much like Padmaavat. I think of him like that's pretty much it. Done deal. So if you would like this review or any other review I have, or if you want me to do more, then please like and subscribe to my channel, and please leave comments of like type of content that you guys actually want to see. I'm totally really interested. Whatever you guys want, I'm totally down for, if it involves movies and Bollywood and food and traveling, whatever you guys want.